Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin #1. Now, this is by far an amazing story. Now, for those of you who are more familiar with the newer Gundam series, this is the beginning of Gundam. This is the 0079 war between Amuro and Char, and this is a great story. Basically, what it's telling is it's the war between Earth and the colonies. And, Earth is oppressing the colonies, and the colonies finally go, you know what, screw you, and then they fight back. So it's your typical, I don't want to say bullying, but it's basically somebody not behaving well. And the thing that really makes this thing a difficult book to read in the sense of choosing a side is the space noids. They are not nice people either. They drop a colony on Earth and they cause massive destruction. So it's very difficult to choose who's really the good guy and the bad guy. The only way you can judge is based on actions, and even then sometimes you're left wondering, is the bad guys really bad? Because a lot of the Earth soldiers are just horrible people. Now, another thing that's really good about this book is it really talks to you about war, and it this war has taken a tremendous toll on the population. In fact, there's so many adults who have been killed in battle that they're finally starting to have to get to the younger kids, teenagers. So it's not uncommon to see a younger person fighting, and that just shows you how deadly this conflict has been, and how there's been a large loss of life. Now, this is basically telling the story of Amuro Ray and the White Base, and they're being pursued by Char the Red Comet, and that's basically this whole first volume here, is where you have this colony that was basically supposed to be neutral, and they were secretly building advanced robots for the Earth, and the Zion figures out that there's something going on, and they send some spies in there, and that's when all hell breaks loose. And eventually they get the attention of Char, and Char goes after them. So this basically ends right when the White Base is about to land on Earth. So this pretty much follows the first Gundam movie, and I have to admit, this art is just really, really well done. At times it's both minimal, and in its minimalist, it tells a lot. Especially like when you look at expressions of faces, and like it's the little things like in the background, the dirt, the way the clothes is ripped, the mecha, and the how much attention to detail they put onto vehicles and things like that. All of that is great. Now, while I do wish this was color, the color pages that they do have really stand out, and it's because of the fact that you have this black and white, and then all of a sudden color splashes that really make the color stand out even more. And if you notice the color, it's basically it's one shade, but then they change little things here and there, and they do that throughout the book. Because like there you have a little bit of orange, red, and then when you get off into the space part, then that's when it becomes blue, and then you get to see predominantly other colors. And this is really, like I said, this is a fantastic read. The character designs are really well done, and you really get a sense of emotion and um, the how desperate some of these people are, in a sense, because when you have somebody as infamous as Char, who basically is a demon in battle chasing you, it really puts you really defensive in that sense, and you have an urgent need to get away. Overall, I would highly recommend this book. Now, everything about this basically says you should just buy this. It's a hardcover book. It's even cheap in the sense that it's only $30, and you can find it a little bit on sale sometimes, like on Amazon, places like that. Also, the paper quality is really well done. It's like slick, and it has a little bit more, um, I don't know, like strength behind it, so it's not like flimsy. And this is a very, very high quality book. And this is, the way I look at it is, there's some manga that you really need to have, And this is one of those types of volumes because Gundam is basically a game changer. In the past, where you used to have robots, it was always like, for an example, something like Great Mazinga, where the robot was the main character who just happened to have a pilot, human pilot. In Gundam, this was like one of the first times where you had a human pilot and the Gundam was disposable. All of the robots were disposable, and it was more about the people and the conflict that these people were thrown into. And from this, it just changed everything. You had massive toy launches. You had the movies that came out, and in fact, the TV series didn't even do well. And it wasn't if it wasn't for the fanatical fans who were buying the model kits and just really supported this vision. That's what kept things going. And I guarantee you, the animation industry would be nothing like it is today in terms of that robot sci-fi genre if Gundam never existed. Um, I'm about to start reading Volume 2, so I'll post a review of that. And this, like I said, is a phenomenal book. Everything about it. I really can't say enough good things about it. And even if you don't really normally read a lot of manga and you're just one of my normal comic subscribers watching this, you might want to consider getting this just for story. If you're looking for something that, if you're complaining, I'm really tired of seeing the same old superhero stories over and over again, you want something different, this is it. This is a high quality product, and it's definitely worth your attention. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up, like the Facebook link and the Crunchyroll anime reviews. I'll have more reviews later, so until next time.